Welcome to Beyond the Brackets. Today we are going to study one of the most powerful results in complex analysis, Cauchy's integral formula. The statement of the theorem is as follows. Let f of z be an analytic function everywhere on and inside a simple closed curve C, and if A is any point within C, then f of A is given by this formula, where the integral is taken in positive sense around C. Extending this idea, if we want the nth derivative of f of z at A, it is given by this formula. Here comes the first question. To solve this, consider the Cauchy's integral formula. In this formula, the value of this integral can be obtained by cross multiplying 2 pi I and n factorial. We are also given modulus of z is equal to 3. Compare this with the standard form modulus of z minus center is equal to radius. So this represents a circle in the complex plane with center 0, 0 and radius 3 units. We are given in the question integral z square by z minus 2 dz. Comparing both the integrals, we have the value of a as 2, which lies inside the circle which is of radius 3. Also, n plus 1 is 1, which implies n will be equal to 0. Here, n represents the order of the derivative. Since n is equal to 0, we do not differentiate the function. Also, f of z is z square. So, f of a will be f of 2, which will be 2 square. That will be equal to 4. Hence, we get 2 pi I into f of 2 divided by 0 factorial. So 2 pi I into f of 2 is 4. So we get 8 pi I and 0 factorial will be equal to 1. Moving on to the next question. Again, consider the Cauchy's integral formula, and the integral of the Cauchy's integral formula is given by cross multiplying 2 pi I and n factorial. Also, we have modulus of z minus 1 is equal to 3. Comparing it with standard form, modulus of z minus center is equal to radius. We have center is 1, 0 and radius is 3 units. So the curve is a circle centered at 1, 0 with radius 3. Comparing both the integrals again, we have the value of a as minus 1, which lies inside the circle. So Cauchy's integral formula can be applied. Also, n plus 1 is 2, which implies m will be equal to 1. So here n represents the order of the derivative. Since n is equal to 1, we differentiate the function once. Here the function is f of z is equal to e power z. Differentiation of e power z is e power z. And f dash of a is f dash of minus 1, which will be e power minus 1 or 1 by e. So here the given integral becomes 2 pi I into f dash of minus 1 divided by 1 factorial, which will be 2 pi I into f dash of minus 1 is 1 by e, and the value of 1 factorial is 1. Coming to the next question. Here the integrand has two linear factors in the denominator, which are z minus 1 and z minus 4. Cauchy's integral formula works when integrand is of the form f of z by z minus a. Since we have two such factors, we first split the expression using partial fractions. So we can apply the formula to each term separately. After the integral is separated using partial fraction, consider the Cauchy's integral formula. Again, the integral can be obtained by cross multiplying 2 pi I and n factorial. We are given modulus of z is equal to 2. Comparing it with the standard form, modulus of z minus center is equal to radius. We have center is 0, 0 and radius is 2 units. Our curve is a circle centered at the origin and radius 2. Let's first solve the first integral. Here the value of a is 1, which lies inside the given circle. So Cauchy's integral formula can be applied. Also n plus 1 is 1, which means n is equal to 0. So no differentiation is needed. And f of z is e power z. So f of a will be equal to f of 1, which will be equal to e. Coming to the second integral, here the value of a is 4, which lies outside the circle because our circle is centered at origin with radius 2 units. By Cauchy's integral formula, the second integral becomes 0. Substituting these values, we get 2 pi I into f of 1 divided by 0 factorial, which will be 2 pi I into e. So the answer is 2 pi I into e. Moving on to the next question. Again, consider the Cauchy's integral formula, and the integral is obtained by cross multiplying 2 pi I and n factorial. Also, we have modulus of z is equal to 2. Comparing it with the standard form, the center is 0, 0 and the radius is 2 units. So the given curve is a circle with center 0, 0 and radius 2. Comparing both the integrals, we have the value of a as pi by 2, which is approximately equal to 1.57, which will lie inside the circle. So Cauchy's integral formula is applicable. Also, n plus 1 is given as 3, which means n will be equal to 2, which represents the order of the derivative. So we have to differentiate the function twice, where the function is f of z is equal to z cube minus sine 3z. Differentiating this for the first time, f dash of z will be equal to 3z square minus differentiation of sine 3z will be 3 cos 3z. Differentiating this again, we get f double dash of z is equal to 6z plus 9 into sine 3z. F double dash of a will be equal to f double dash of pi by 2, which will be equal to 6 pi by 2 plus 9 into sine 3 pi by 2, which simplifies to 3 pi plus 9 sine 3 pi by 2 can be written as pi plus pi by 2. We use the identity sine of pi plus theta, which will be minus sine theta. This value is simplified to 3 pi minus 9 into sine pi by 2. Since sine pi by 2 is 1, so this further becomes 3 pi minus 9. Substituting these values in the formula, we get 2 pi I into f double dash of pi by 2 divided by 2 factorial. So that will be pi I into 3 pi minus 9 or 3 pi I into pi minus 3. Moving on to the last question. Here z square minus 1 is given in the denominator using the identity a square minus b square is equal to a minus b into a plus b. Z square minus 1 will be z minus 1 into z plus 1, which are two linear factors. Cauchy's integral formula is directly applicable when the integrand is of the form f of z by z minus a. Since we have two such factors in the denominator, we first decompose the expression into partial fractions. After separating into partial fractions, we evaluate each integral individually. Consider the Cauchy's integral formula, and the integral is obtained by cross multiplying 2 pi I n and factorial. Also, the vertices are given as 2 plus or minus I and minus 2 plus or minus I. Here the real part represents the x coordinate and the imaginary part represents the y coordinate. So the rectangle extends from x is equal to minus 2 to x is equal to plus 2, and from y is equal to minus 1 to y is equal to plus 1. Let's solve the first integral. Here the value of a is 1, which lies inside the rectangle, and n plus 1 is 1, that means n is equal to 0. So no differentiation is needed. Also, f of z is cos pi z, so f of a will be cos pi into 1, and cos pi is minus 1. Substituting these values in the integral, we get 1 by 2 into 2 pi I into f of 1. Coming to the second integral, here the value of a is minus 1, which again lies inside the rectangle, and n plus 1 is 1, which implies n is equal to 0, so there is no need for differentiation. And the value of f of z is again cos pi z, so the value of f of a will be cos pi into minus 1, which will be cos of minus pi. We know that cos of minus theta is cos theta, so this will become cos pi, which will be equal to minus 1. Substituting all the values, we get 1 by 2 into 2 pi I into f of minus 1. So both the terms cancel out and the answer is 0.